Well, that kind of came out of nowhere. Okay, so if you've heard the news, we're getting a Dexter revival. 10 episodes in 2021. Holy shit. Okay, so there's just so much to unpack here, and I'm sure that we're going to be covering it in videos in the future. But for right now, what we really know about this is that not only is Dexter coming back for a 10 episode miniseries next fall, but also Clyde Phillips, the original showrunner for the series, is coming back as well. So, what a lot of people might not know here is that Clyde Phillips recently came out, just like a couple years ago, and said, hey, if I was still in charge of the series at the time that we finally got done with the show, this is what I wanted to do. Essentially, bring back all of the main people that Dexter had killed throughout the entire series, looking at him as he's being put on the lethal injection chair, kind of seeing everything flash before his eyes, cut to black. And I have to tell you, that would have been a little bit awesome compared to what we got, with just Dexter going off, becoming a lumberjack, and kind of putting himself in his own prison. I guess that's what they were trying to go with, but it's just kind of weird. Anyway, I think the whole point of this video is just to generally share my excitement about one of my favorite television shows of all time is coming back. You know, this is something that we've discussed a couple times with this channel, but because I started it well after Dexter had already kind of come and gone, at least on the television front, not the books. We'll get to the books later and definitely in other videos. But because it was pretty much done and people had really had a visceral reaction to the way that the show ended, there wasn't really a whole lot of need to go back and kind of delve into it. Now it seems like not only are we going to be getting a 9th season, but they're going to be picking it up after the events of season 8. They're not going to erase anything that happened throughout the last 4 seasons, which kind of became the dreadful years in terms of the quality of Dexter. Like, I guess you could say the first season was kind of amazing. It's not really anything anybody had ever seen before. The second season really upped the ante in a way that you were like, wait, I thought that they were going to get to this maybe in season 3 or 4, and it's moving too fast. And then season 3 kind of dropped the ball, but then season 4, guys, skyrocket. Oh my gosh, if you have not watched Dexter yet, please watch it. You will love it up until the 4th season, and the 4th season will make you fall in love with it so freaking hard that you will decide to watch the rest no matter how bad it gets. In fact, Dexter is the quintessential television show that I talk about when I kind of throw out my rule of, if you can get through the first 4 seasons of any show, then you're in it for the long haul. Like, you should watch the rest of it. At least that's kind of the motto that I live by, because 4 seasons into a show, it's kind of, you're invested at that point. You know what I mean? As for where this story is going to take us and how they can just pick up the story a couple years down the road without having missed a beat, I have no earthly idea. I think one of the things that I would consider if I was on the creative team is just picking and choosing the best elements from the book series that were never adapted into the television show. Because, like it or not, whether you've read them or not, the book series has a completely different perspective of Dexter as a character and also the people that he goes up against. If you really wanted to play around with it and make it kind of fun, new, and interesting, but also raise the ante, just use the cannibal arc from the 5th book. If you want to play up something that we've never really seen before, then do double Dexter, because we didn't really, I guess we kind of saw that with Miguel, but it's a little bit more out there. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what they would do. It's just really interesting that they're going to be doing it. And like I said, guys, this is just literally me going off the news and just talking about it. We are going to be talking about this much more as we learn more news about it and just general speculation. In fact, I have a pitch for what I would really like to see from a season 9 or some kind of renewal like this. So hopefully in the next couple months, I'm going to share that before we get any real news about what this story is literally going to be about. And I hope you guys are excited for more Dexter news, because heck, I know I am. You know what? On a side note, I've talked about this a little bit on this channel. Let's get a little bit real right now, not R-E-E-L, but R-E-A-L. You guys, I hope that y'all are doing fantastic this year because it's just been such a kick in the balls type of year. This is the type of news that I needed. I know that there are so many people losing out on opportunities because of COVID, especially in the entertainment realm. And I know that this is kind of a cynical move from Showtime that is canceling shows left and right this year because of COVID and because of ratings situations. And probably the only reason we're getting this is because Showtime desperately needs a hit right now. They need people looking at the screen and watching their network. So maybe all of this is just part of why this year sucks. But because this year sucks so much, we get something really awesome, like one of our favorite television shows coming back. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's worth living with. And I can't wait to see it come out, especially with everything else that's promised for next year. You guys watch my channel. If 2021 actually becomes 2021, not only are we getting the rest of season 10 of The Walking Dead, season 11, season 2 of World Beyond, season 6, the rest of season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead, Spiral, maybe 3 seasons of American Horror Story, a Dexter revival, and literally every other studio production film that was canceled or moved into 2021 from 2020. It's going to be a hell of a year. Let's just really all cross our fingers and hope that no matter what is going on today, next year is going to be better for it. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Like I said, it's been real.